What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another early movie review. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. I'm very excited right now because last night I got the lucky opportunity to see one of my most anticipated films of this year. It's from a film back in 2016 that was not great at all, and so it seemed like a redemption for this type of film, right? That movie is The Suicide Squad. Directed by James Gunn himself, the man that has brought us both Guardians of the Galaxy movies for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the cast of this movie is insane. You got Idris Elba as Bloodsport, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, John Cena as Peacemaker. Before I get into the review, I do want to say this review is completely spoiler-free because this is early. This movie comes out August 6th in theaters and on HBO Max. So do not worry if you have not seen James Gunn's Suicide Squad yet. No spoilers. You are safe here. Supervillains Harley Quinn, Bloodsport, Peacemaker, and a collection of nutty cons known as the Suicide Squad at Belle Reve Prison join the super secret, super shady Task Force X as they are dropped off at the remote enemy-infused island of Corto Maltese. Now, you guys may remember back in 2018 all the controversy when Disney fired James Gunn from directing Guardians 3 because of that tweets thing he did 10 years ago that were inappropriate, but he apologized for. And so DC took the opportunity to hire James Gunn to direct any DC property he wanted to. And it's been so great to see James Gunn thrive. Now he's back doing Guardians 3, and he's able to make his own movie, his 100% directed vision for the Suicide Squad. And watching this whole 2-hour and 12-minute movie, I can see why this is a perfect Suicide Squad movie. James Gunn's Suicide Squad is a masterpiece of comic book movie isms. This is a perfect interpretation of what I wanted a Suicide Squad movie to be. Tons of action, hilarious comedy, great set pieces, really memorable characters, and James Gunn's R-rated insane comedy and action. This movie was awesome! It's all of these characters coming together. It's all great to see new characters and characters we saw from the 2016 Suicide Squad. Starting with our returnee characters, you got Margot Robbie back once again as Harley Quinn, Joel Kinnaman back as Rick Flag, Jai Courtney back as Captain Boomerang. Harley Quinn is as awesome as she always is in every single movie she's been in, and Margot Robbie has fully embraced the character, and she's awesome in here. She's got a lot of kick-ass scenes and a lot of funny moments too. Joel Kinnaman back as Rick Flag. Now, Rick Flag as a character I wasn't a big fan of in the 2016 Suicide Squad, but Rick Flag is much better in this movie. He's more likable and he's more of a leader and has chemistry with the team. Captain Boomerang too, Jai Courtney back as the character. It was cool to see that isms. And another returnee character in here is Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller is just like she was in the 2016 movie, but way more funny. Viola Davis crushes it. Now let's talk about the new characters introduced into here. Starting with my favorite and possibly rivaling Harley Quinn, King Shark. King Shark is hilarious, just like as he's marketed in the trailers. He says a lot of funny words like hand and bird. And it's Sylvester Stallone's voice. And King Shark's a badass. He's eating dudes' heads off, and as well has some adorable moments thrown into the mix. Idris Elba is badass as Bloodsport in here, and I think Bloodsport is better than Deadshot. Bloodsport also has a lot of interesting storylines in here. He has a daughter. He's got this badass persona about him and leadership qualities. And Idris Elba just commands the screen, as well as his buttonhead scenes with John Cena's Peacemaker. And John Cena as well is really entertaining in here as Peacemaker. The action set pieces in here are extravagant. It's full of that James Gunn flair. It throws you right into the battle of this apocalypse now type of scenario. The opening battle sequence was really awesome in here. The middle act goes right into the freaking Monte Carlo sequences, and each character has their moment to shine. You got Weasel thrown into the mix, which is a really weird looking character, but he was awesome. Pete Davidson as Blackguard, also a really cool casting. And then you have really cool, interesting character arcs. From one character in particular that I was not looking forward to going in, but it's Polka Dot Man. Polka Dot Man became one of my favorite characters in the movie, and I thought David Dastmalchian did a great job. James Gunn getting his own vision, making this movie you can watch 100% of the way through that it's James Gunn's movie, and a lot of that feels like Guardians of the Galaxy, but more of an R-rated tone, and it's just full of these characters that are criminals, but also trying to save the day at the end of the day. This movie pulls no punches. It is rated R, it's full of swearing and full of blood and gore, and that's what I wanted. A lot of the 2016 Suicide Squad held back a lot of sequences because it was PG-13. As far as issues with this movie, maybe some group of villains in here that weren't as memorable as our lead cast members, and whenever they cut back to our antagonist humans in here, I'm like, can we just get back to the Suicide Squad and King Shark, please? Before I give you guys my final overall thoughts on James Gunn's Suicide Squad, if this is your guys' first time checking out the channel and you're enjoying my review for this movie, definitely hit that like button and consider clicking that subscribe button for more reviews, reactions, and ranking videos. I talk a lot about movies here. If you guys love movies too, hit that like and subscribe button and let's talk movies. James Gunn's Suicide Squad was everything I wanted it to be. It was hilarious, action-packed, and full of James Gunn's flair with his writing and direction. These group of characters are all likable. I love this movie. This is a masterpiece of comic book geekness. On my rating scale, James Gunn's Suicide Squad absolutely gets an A+. I clearly love this movie, as you can tell. Go see this movie as soon as possible, and let me know what you guys thought of James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Did you love it like me? Did you think it was okay, or did you hate it? Thank you guys so much for watching this review. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!